Hi there. I'm just going to try and get the light just about right. That seems a bit too dark. Yeah, it should do the trick to be good enough. I just wanted to make a video in English and Italian a little bit regarding language learning more than one language at the same time. And I wanted to make this as a response to a video that I saw by Luca, the Italian guy, Poliglotta80, that's his nickname. I saw his video, I thought it was very good in English, and I just saw it in Italian. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I do, and if you can learn multiple languages at the same time. I'm all for learning foreign languages and multiple languages. I typically don't learn them at the same time. For example, I wouldn't, if there were two languages that I had no knowledge in, and I wanted to start, two brand new languages, I wouldn't do them at the same time. What I would do is, for example, do one for a year and then do the other for a year, or do one for 6 months and do the other for 6 months. You have to have a solid base in those languages, yeah, before you can go to the next. I find it very difficult, at least for me. Other people might think it's okay to learn multiple languages at the same time, two brand new languages. However, if you've already got a solid base, it doesn't have to be perfect, then you can leave that language and go and learn another one for 6 months or a year or 2 years. It's not a problem. For example, I spent years on German before I even went back to my Italian, and then I spent a lot of time on my Italian. I spent maybe 6 months, a year or 2 years on my Italian, and I mean that's all I needed. I only needed about 6 months for my Italian since I had some knowledge. For my German, I spent quite a while. I was typically attacking them at separate times, and then I've sort of dabbled in other languages since then, and I'm working as hard as I can now in Indonesian, so that's kind of my focus. I can't really do two brand new languages at the same time. I was doing Hungarian for a year. Now I'm doing Indonesian. My Hungarian is suffering a little bit, but what I do is I have languages I concentrate on. I'm very devoted to that. Listening, speaking, writing, reading, whatever, everything I can. And occasionally I review the language that I was doing before, but it's usually okay because that older language I have a strong foundation in, or strong enough not to lose it or get it mixed up. I never mix languages up. I've never mixed any up because I've done it this way. So yeah, so I can refresh my Italian and my German and maybe look at my Hungarian a little bit while I'm doing my Indonesian. But I'm not learning two separate languages, two brand new languages at the same time. I'd like to also learn Korean at the moment, in the future, but I haven't done that just yet. And yeah, so I'm very obsessive about Indonesian at the moment, but when I'll probably make a set time. For example, you might want to study a language from January to June or January to December, and then do your next one instead of doing it both at the same time. Some people might. I tend to find it very difficult to sort of be in love with both languages at the same time, since it is quite a commitment. Okay, thank you. I want to make the next video in Italian.